Hello and welcome to the laser level guide video from groups 10 and 11. The goal of our demonstrational video is to show a beginner how to use a laser guide both effectively and efficiently. Now it is on time to unbox our laser level. You want to carefully take it out of the box, grab your laser receiver and your level. Now we are setting up our stand for the laser level. Simply pull the legs out so that they're all equally touching the ground, and when it is approximately close to level, screw on the laser level, and when it is turned on it will self-adjust if it's close. Now you have to be semi-accurate when placing your stand. This knob on the bottom section of the stand is how to loosen and tighten the laser level onto the stand. The blinking light on top of the power button is the laser emission light. When it is blinking, it means that this black portion is self-leveling. When we press the automatic manual button, located right there, it self-levels, and this light is now on, means the beam is solid and we are level. After our laser level is set up, it is time to grab our measuring rod and our laser receiver. First, when dealing with the measuring rod, there's three 1 meter sections. To extend it, simply pull out until it clicks. To retract it, there is a little latch on the back. Push it in and slide it back down. On the measuring rod, every time the color changes, it indicates a new meter. Each of these small squares alternating in red and white are 1 centimeter. This is your typical digital laser receiver. It has a grip on the back to attach onto your measuring rod. To turn it on, simply press the red button till it beeps. Now you have it on. To find a specific height or an IFS, this is a digital laser receiver and it is used to measure an IFS, intermediate foresight. To turn on the power on the laser receiver, press the red lightning bolt button. Now that it is on, we can attach it via the latch on the back. One of the most essential steps when doing a leveling job is to create a benchmark. A benchmark is something that is not going to move throughout the whole project. In this case, we will use this brick. Your benchmark is always going to be 100 meters. We are measuring our back sight right now. And to calculate our height of instrument, or how high our laser level is, you take your benchmark and add it with a combination of your back sight. IFS is any reading that is not your benchmark or back sight. So it could be any of your station numbers. Here we are measuring the IFS of the floor. We've achieved a solid tone. Now we can hit the volume button or turn it off. To locate your back sight, attach your laser receiver to your measuring rod and move it accordingly to the sounds that emit from the device. As we go down, we are looking for the laser and we get a beeping sound. It either tells you how many millimeters you are up or how many millimeters you are down based on the tone. When it is a solid tone, you have achieved level height.
When using a laser receiver, you can go by the sound. When it's short tones like this, it means it needs to go down. And when it's long tones like this sound, it means you gotta go up. And then when it's a long, short, I don't know.
When reading your measuring rod, this number 14 represents 14 decimeters. Within each decimeter are 10 centimeters. 10 decimeters make up a meter. So to look at this one, this would be 1.4 meters, and just below would be 1.3 meters. We have 1.39, 1.38, 1.37, 1.36, 1.35, and the next line would be 1.34, so we will round up to 1.341 meters for our IFS. When taking an IFS, make sure that your plumb is accordingly. There are two readers, one on the back and one on the front of your laser receiver. To calculate elevation, we would take an IFS from this standpoint, and then we would subtract the IFS from our calculated H of I, or height of instrument. This calculation will give you your elevation. If you ever need to calculate your IFS, simply take your elevation, and with that, subtract your H of I from your elevation. That will give you your IFS.
Now, to talk about safety, when you're working with these types of tools, you're normally in an area where you need PPE. The proper PPE for this type of equipment is steel-toed boots, ear protection, and eye protection.
Now, to summarize our video, it is always important to put away your equipment when working, when you're finished working with them. Place it carefully in the box, as it's an expensive piece of equipment. By the end of this video, we hope that you've learned enough to effectively and efficiently use a laser level and a laser receiver with a measuring rod. Thank you and good night.